Hey everybody, today's video is going to be my April empties. How is everyone doing? I know I haven't been on here in a while. I really just haven't been hauling very much wax, although I do have a fairly large bathing garden haul to film. I didn't get through as much as I would have liked in April, and that's primarily because seasonal allergies have kind of been running rampant in my house, and I just find that when that happens, I'm just not as motivated to melt. But yeah, for the most part, the things that I got through, I did enjoy, and so I did want to go ahead and share with you guys. I'm going to start with the only candle that I got through for the month of April. So this is French Vanilla from Yankee Candle. This is, of course, not going to focus, of course. And as you can see, there's a lot of wax left in here. That's because this had to go onto the warmer. So French Vanilla, I actually really enjoy this scent. It's a really just kind of sweetened up vanilla. There's really not much scent in this left. But as you can see, the candle did start to soot. And that is why it went onto my warmer and did really well on there. There's pretty much no scent left in this. I just find, so I haven't bought one of the Illumilids yet, but I've still been wanting to burn my Yankee candles. I haven't been to the Yankee Candle store, and I haven't really placed an order online to purchase one, but I find it to be incredibly annoying that I have to buy an Illumilid to keep from having all this soot on my candles, but whatever. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. French Vanilla is a really nice vanilla scent. I would definitely recommend it, but I would probably recommend it in like a milk cup or from a vendor. Next up here, I have 3 hand soaps that I got through. So this first one, these are, of course, all from Bath & Body Works. This Coconut Mint Drop. This is one that a lot of people loved. It's white coconut, iced peppermint, and winter musk. This was a nice one. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. It does give the kind of mouthwash vibe, I guess, from the iced peppermint, but you definitely get the musk and the coconut in this. I do like it, but I'm just finding that I really don't like minty soaps, so it's probably not a hand soap I would repurchase. It is, of course, in the foaming hand soap. There's actually a little bit left in there I could probably use up, but whatever. This one is Hawaiian Pink Hibiscus, and I think that I have had this one before. Let's see if it'll... This is hibiscus petals and pink guava. I really liked this one. It's just a really sweet, like fruity floral. Really nice for the spring. Smells really good, so I really enjoyed that one. And then next up I have one of these honey nourishing hand soaps. This one is in Golden Pear. The notes on here are champagne, pear, fresh apricot, and warm amber. I did like this, but I do not particularly enjoy these honey hand soaps. I just don't like how much of the product is left afterwards. And unless I completely take the top off and pour this out of my hand, it's just kind of a waste, which is really annoying because these are already smaller. If these are on a really good sale, I will continue to buy these ones that aren't foaming, but if I can avoid it and get all foaming hand soap, that's probably what I will do from here on out. And now we can get into the wax. So I'll start with this one. This is a really old one from 30th Street Wax. I don't know how many of you know about 30th Street Crafts, but she is a wax vendor who I've purchased from numerous times, and she's currently not open and actually hasn't been open for a while, which she hasn't said that she's officially closing or anything. She did have a baby, and but that's been a little while now, and she really hasn't updated her Facebook to say what her plans are. I really hope she comes back because I really enjoy her wax. But this was one of her big chunky bars in Cliffs of Insanity, which is Gain Island Fresh Type Lemon, Grapefruit, and Clementine. And I absolutely love this. I'm not the hugest fan of like laundry scents, but I do find that when they are mixed with a citrus scent, I tend to enjoy them more. So I really enjoyed this scent. And as you can see, this was poured back in January of 2017. And it still threw so incredibly well. So was really happy with this one. If she comes back and offers it, I would definitely repurchase. Yeah, but 30th Street Craft, they're a really great vendor, so hopefully she can make her way back. Next up, we'll do Wax Incredibles. This first one I have here is called Tropical Burst. And this is called, or the notes are nectarine ginger with a twist of lime, basil, and mango. I really liked this one. So this was a flower that I cut up into a bunch of chunks. When you smell this, it almost gives you a little bit of a laundry vibe, but not that much. But then you get the ginger, you get the basil and the lime, like the citrus notes. But it's also really sweet. And when it was melting down, it almost gave a little bit of a powdery note too. It's so good. It's really hard to explain, but just know you get all of those notes. It's almost like a really fruity scent with a little bit of what I can only describe as like a laundry blend, but the laundry is so subtle. It just adds this perfect amount of something to this. And I know it doesn't say that there's laundry in this, but I totally smell it. Maybe it's coming from the mango or something, but this threw really well. This is from November of last year, and it did really well, and I really enjoyed it. The next one here from Wax Incredibles is Vanilla Coconut Tea and Cakes. This one was a little bit different. So I love vanilla coconut. It's one of my favorite things to smell. I just don't think I liked it blended with the tea and cakes. I've never had a tea and cake scent melt on its own. This is actually the first tea and cakes I think I've ever had. And I know it has that almond vibe to it, and that's what comes through really strong on this. And it kind of, in my opinion, overpowers the vanilla and the coconut. So while it was enjoyable while it lasted, it wasn't bad. I didn't have to pour it off or anything. It is definitely not something that I would repurchase. From Destination Wax, I have this one in Jupiter 2. I'm not sure what the scent blend is on this, but this is one that did not throw very well, which is insane because everything I have been melting, this is going to sound so terrible, but everything I've been melting from Destination Wax has been so strong that I've had to turn it off before a cube can even melt down. And I've actually considered cutting those little block squares in half because they are just too strong and giving me headaches. But this one, it did not perform as well as the other ones did. I mean, I got whiffs of it if I was really close to the warmer, but if I wasn't close to the warmer, I honestly just didn't even smell it. So, let me see if I can get anything. I mean, the smell of this is almost like a perfumey, powdery grandma scent, to be honest. But again, I just didn't get anything from it. It didn't throw well for me. And then the last one I have from Destination Wax is this one in the scent Pretzel. This is a really nice pretzel scent. It truly smells like pretzels, and I'm not talking about like the soft pretzels. This smells like crunchy pretzels that you get in the chip aisle. So I use this a lot to tone down scents that were too sweet. I blended it with a lot of other different things that needed like a salty note or more of a bready note. And it's a true pretzel scent. So if you like that or think it would be good for blending that you have to do, I would definitely pick this up. So that is Pretzel. I have one here from the Bathing Garden. This is Ringmaster's Paramour. I still have 2 of these clams left. This scent is everything. I think the scent has like some citrus notes, some bergamot. What else is in here? I can't remember, but oh, it is so good. And for me, excuse me, I just like sucked wax up my nose. For me, this gives off a fizzy note. So like I'm getting like an effervescent, bubbly note to this. I love this scent. I will continue to repurchase it. As you can see, this is from May 2017. I only had to use 1 cube in my warmers, and it threw like a beast. It is so, so good. I would say if you like lemony lime scents, that's what it smells like to me. It smells like sugared lemon and limes with the effervescent. Almost like a super sweetened up Sprite or something. This sounds so crazy given the scent notes, but I mean, that's just what my nose is picking up. It smells so flipping good. And I'm telling you, it threw like crazy. Like, I literally only needed like 1 cube. And even just with 1 cube, if I didn't put any more in my other warmers, it would fill up my whole first floor and even come upstairs. So I really love Ringmaster's Paramore. That would probably be in my top 5 Bathing Garden scents. Bathing Garden is probably the vendor I have the most experience with as far as wax goes. I'm not a person that ventures out that much to try new vendors. I know I should, but I don't very often. And so she's the one I have the most experience with. And so I've melted a lot of her scents. And that one, like I said, would be in the top 5. It's so good. This next one here I have is from Barrett's Waxcraft, and this is Bewitched Berry. And I'm not sure what the scent description is on this one, but I think this is one of his fall blends. This one was nice. It's kind of like it's definitely a berry scent, but it almost has a little bit of a clean note to it. And I did enjoy it. I didn't love it. It's not something I would repurchase, but it is a nice berry scent. If you like that, you would probably enjoy that. But I will say this clam also is giving me a little bit of the skunky vibe. I don't know where that comes from. I don't know if it's the types of clams that vendors buy or what, but it doesn't translate in the wax, so that's great. But it can throw you off a little bit. The next one I have here, the only one from Kohl's, is this Sonoma Blue Hawaiian. This was everything. I loved this one. So this definitely was the Blue Hawaiian drink. Very coconutty, very pineapple-y, and then just a touch of cherry. I'm not the biggest fan of cherry in wax. That's probably one of my least favorite things to purchase in wax. There are a few scents that I will spend my money on because they smell really good. One of them being like Cherry Smash from Lasting Scent Candles. But it's not a scent that I enjoy that much, so I don't tend to even pay attention to those scents when I'm on a vendor's website. This one, though, was so good. It's really sweet. Again, you get that juicy kind of fruit punch vibe, but you get really strong coconut and pineapple notes in there, and then a little bit of that like maraschino cherry. And I remember melting this and forgetting that I was melting this and walking into the room and being like, oh my God, that smells so good. What is that? And then realizing it was this. So this one is really good. If I caught this one on clearance or a really good sell at Kohl's, I would pick up maybe like 5 clams of this. I really enjoyed that one. And then finally, all I have left is Walmart wax. So we're just going to run right down these. This one is Pink Sugarberry. This is my #1 favorite scent from Walmart. And I have not been able to find it. I actually put my mom and my sister on the hunt for it too, because I have seen that other people have been able to find this at their stores. Obviously, you can see this is an old one. This is the last clam I have of this, and I used it up. I'm not the person that feels like I should hoard something because I'm not going to get it, because I would rather just melt it and enjoy it, but I am hoping that I am able to find this again, and if I do, I'm going to buy like all of them. This scent is just so good. This is, it's a really sweet, sweet sugared berry scent, so definitely the berries are more like wild berry, strawberry. There's not like a lot of blueberry or raspberry I'm getting from this. It's just a really sweet sugared berry scent. There's a touch of like that undertone of pink sugar, but it's really like the sugared berry note that takes the cake in this, and it's so good. It's good on its own. A great blend is this with Vanilla Cookie Crunch. I did that a lot and really enjoyed it. It's just such a good blender scent if you need to sweeten something up. Again, it's really good on its own, and I just love pink sugar berry. If you have a Walmart that has that available, I would definitely give it a sniff, especially if you like kind of sweet, sugary scents. You will really enjoy that, I think. Next up here, I have Raspberry Margarita. This is the one that I purchased and I wasn't so sure about when I initially purchased it, but I ended up liking it. It definitely gives off the kind of eucalyptus vibe, veering on medicinal, but it smells good. I like the raspberry in this. I'm not the biggest fan of raspberry and wax, but this one works. You get the citrus part of the lime, and when you actually melt this, I feel like you don't get as much of the medicinal notes as you do when you smell it on cold. It's not a repurchase for me. I enjoyed it while it lasted. It's not like a favorite that I would go pick up more of, but I would say that it's one you should at least give a sniff. Next up here, I have White Peach Mango. This one was really nice. I think there was a peach scent last month that I talked about that I couldn't stand. It was too sweet. This one was different, and I don't know if it's because it's white peach and that just has more of a tart note than sweet, but it smelled so good. So the white peach mixed with the mango, it's sweet and it's fruity, but it's like not too sweet. And I did a lot of scent layering with this one. So I'd put a cube of this because my whole first floor is open. I would put like a cube of this in the living room and then something citrusy in like the entryway so they would kind of balance each other. But this one smelled really good. I would repurchase that one. Apple Melon. I can't remember if I've talked about this one or not, but this one's really nice. This is another one that if I saw it in Walmart, I would pick up. Now, these aren't like hoard worthy, but I'd pick up like another couple clams. It's so nice. You definitely get the melon scent. To me, it's more like a candied like watermelon scent mixed with the apple. It reminds me of like watermelon Bubblicious mixed with a little bit of apple. It's sweet, but not too sweet. And it's really like nostalgic. I don't know. It makes me really happy smelling this. I really enjoy this apple melon scent. So this is a definite repurchase for me. Next up here, I have Sea Spray Linen. This is just a laundry scent, but I did like it. To me, it's like a really strong, like Downy scent. Almost like Downy mixed with Tide. It's really soft. I wish that I would have had like maybe like some sea salt to put with this or something, because I think that would have really added something. I did blend some lemon scents with this, which was really nice. But I actually really like this. It is very strong and it's a very sweet laundry scent. I will say that. It's very sweet. So I would purchase this again, but I would try to find a blender to go with it. And that is Sea Spray Linen. If you like laundry, you should definitely give that one a sniff. Next up here, I have Island Melon Coconut. This is a favorite of mine. I really enjoy this scent. Again, coconut and vanilla. I love those. It's just a very warm scent. It's very tropical. And the coconut in this just, I don't know, it just gives it a type of warmth that makes you feel like you're on the beach. And then the melon in this is very sweet. This melon is a little bit more authentic than like the apple melon, but it's still not super authentic. I know that there's other types of melons in this little cup on the picture, but I'm getting mostly like watermelon with a touch of like cantaloupe, and that coconut comes through. This is another one that's pretty sweet. But it's also a great blender scent as well, and I definitely enjoyed that. Next up, I have this one here from Mainstays. This is Cherry Pie. I still have one of these left. This one I didn't love. I didn't like the cherry in this when it was melting. And for me personally, when it was melting, a lot of the pie crust that I feel like I get on cold did not come through. So it was just like it's not really a medicinal cherry. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. But it's a very tart cherry. So it's not black cherry. It's like a mixture of medicinal and tart cherry. And again, the pie crust in this just did not exist. This is, the other clam is one that I'm going to pass along, just because I didn't love this, and I just don't see the sense of hanging on to something to melt it if I don't care for it. So this I'll be passing along to my mom or sister, but yeah, that is Cherry Pie. Again, I feel like you should sniff everything on your own. Stuff that doesn't appeal to my nose could appeal to yours, but I didn't like that one, especially warming it. And the Vanilla Bean Buttercream, which I've already talked about. This one I thoroughly enjoy. It's just a really nice vanilla scent. It's not a favorite vanilla scent, so again, I wouldn't like hoard this, but I'd pick up another couple clams of this if I saw it. To me, it's verging on a bakery vanilla, but it's not quite there yet. It still stays in the realm of a regular kind of buttercream vanilla. And then again, there's a touch of spice to this to me. I get a touch of cinnamon in this. But it's so yummy, very inviting. This is a great scent for if you're like having company over and you want to put something on that's not super offensive. I love it. And that is it. So that's everything I got through. Again, not too much, but enough. I will be uploading a bathing garden haul. I don't know if I'm going to get it up this week. If I don't, it will definitely be up next week. In the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you'd like, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.